Hello there, greetings, and this is an episode of Coding with Agents or Culture Coding with Agents. This is Marcio Gali, and welcome to the session. This is another reflection from the day, the routine of a builder, a developer, trying to learn what's going on with the how we work, focusing communication and narratives. I think this week I am probably opening many of these videos with saying, asking us to take a look in the work of Professor Walter Fisher, the work Human Communication as Narration. He talks about the narrative paradigm. I think it's very important to pay attention to that. Okay, now um, these reflections, the idea is to capture moments, right? You're working and then you're thinking, oh, what's going on here, right? Of course, the intention is to be conscious about how to build in a world of agents and robots, humanoids, everything, right? Tools and systems and people. And you won't know, right? It's happening already. We know that. Okay. Now, here is the situation. I'm working in this. It's one of the projects that I work is a slide system. Okay. Let me give you the context. Is for instance, we have this system, and and I see a bug already there. The background's not how I wanted it to be. Nevertheless, you see that I can flip through the slides, right? And these are real websites. So it's basically a system that gives me an opportunity to navigate through scenarios and material things, real things. Some of these pages are real, some of these pages are not. For instance, this Google page is fake. Okay, it's artificial. But then I can make a point, for instance, right? Detach something from there. You know, you have seen this effect from maybe the news, the TV news, right? They can do that. I think we should be able to do that as well. All right. And then I can flip through next slides, right? For instance, these are real. I hear real cases, and then this case is artificial. It's a fake WhatsApp, also intended to make a point in the context of the storytelling. Okay, all right, that's the context. And I'm updating this for my company and also to a partner, the partner that actually bought the whole solution because they want to explore this market. All right. Okay, now the context. First, I realized that there is a bug right there, right? And then here's the thing, right? The option to make a color background that you didn't see with some effects is something new, right? And it's new. And actually, I'm thinking the fact that you see a presentation broken, right there, is because I changed something. But I changed it something that applies to some of these presentations, okay? And I'm trying to remember which is the presentation. It might be this one. Yes, it's like a training for teaching builders how to deal with the Facebook interfaces for customizing robots. You see that the background now is customized, right? So I made a change there. Okay. What I'm trying to say is it's a change that came because of one presentation. But I have many presentations, right? You see, there are many presentations. And all of those presentations are broken now. because I changed something that changes the structures of the presentations. So now I have knowing that, right? I can take a look briefly what is trying to remember, right? What is the thing that I changed it in that presentation? Okay. And I just identified that, yes. So there is, I'm actually, let's production value, put the visual effect there so you can see, right? Uh, you see, now there is this tag or attribute, stage background. And stage background, it's a feature where I can use a web page as the whole background. Okay, right. Now, the other presentations don't have, by the way, stage background is part of the theme attribute now. So this is more organized, right? I guess so far. I'm not sure. Sometimes you have to refactor everything. But if I look at the another presentation, business for another business, what I had before was theme CSS, right? So Houston, we have a problem, right? Now I gotta make a decision here because sometimes you're like, yeah, let's just version, right? All of these old presentations 1.0, and then the system works with the on 1.0 and 2.0 style presentations. But I mean, I need to move fast now, right? This is a small system, it's like a mini startup thing. So it's about losing the battle to win another, I guess, right? And same thing. It's not because you have, well, maybe, right? Because we have agents we could afford to do any way we want. I'm not sure. But anyway, in this case, I'm going to go ahead with making a decision. And I was thinking, all right, first thing is because before the session, I I actually I asked the tool to make a memo about a change, but I picked the wrong presentation because I wanted to document the last change. Right? So now I picked the wrong presentation, right? So let's fix that. All right. All right. I made a mistake. The last update for the background thing is actually in the sample deck, uh, Marshall Facebook. Okay. You see, you will see that the, you see, oh, wait, just a second there. Okay. Um, you see that the theme customization attribute is different. It supports an HTML. Okay. Now I'm trying to find out where that HTML lives. Yeah, it's DB assets. For example, as you can see from the DB assets. So update a new memo, 100 underscore 110. Check this out, right? Because the last memo I had in the title, it was 100. So update the new memo 110 um, with this new model and make sure the main README documents the new approach. Now, other thing, and this is interesting, right? Now, I think let's do by in two steps, right? Yeah. So because I can think while it does the first part. So now I'm updating right the course of, in the direction here. But the other thing is, um, I think I want to go through all the decks and use the HTML approach, the newer approach in all the decks. So that's like a mechanical task, right? Go through all the rooms and fix something, like we did for this deck, right? But the memo is important part as well, right? Yeah, the new memo is there. Probably some change to the README. Now, based on that, could you update all the decks in the DB, in the public DB, um, to use that main HTML? You can infer the color. This is interesting, right? Because you see, in terms of this presentation, wait, let me turn off the visual effect. Guys, you have too many 3D effects there. It's going to be complicated, right? Uh, so that's one presentation, right? You have other presentations with some colors there. So so I'm gonna because the background has a parameter for color, right? So so that so use that main HTML mode. It's it's BG gradient, right? BG gradient. Now, in terms of the color, you can infer, guess a from to color from some of the slides, okay? I don't care breaking, it's all broken, right? I don't care about a guess in terms of background because these are systems in change. I'm changing the DAX and changing the presentations and changing the presentation player as well. Okay, now, yes. Um, if you see that some of these no, yeah, focus now in that theme part, okay? If you see some main BG color attribute or that old CSS theme CSS approach, just use the new approach. All right. Okay. So this is basically about, oh, wait, apologies. I was like typing in my camera in front of the, okay. So now we'll see. I'm expecting all these presentations to receive some some information there in the index.json file. Yeah, there is one here, already with the theme BG, another here, yeah, another. hmm Very nice. Okay, now I wonder, should I reload my system? Probably this is not needed at all. Um, this is okay. Let's see this first. Yeah, I see a background there. Oh, wait, apologies with the 3D effect. I see a background there for the first, right? Um, I see. Oh, wait, you lost me? You lost me there, I guess, because I mistakenly um, tapped a a button in my browser saying share this tab instead, something like that. But the point was made, right? We made the change, changed the background to everything. And the case of this reflection today is, yeah, formalizing something, making it formal, make a memo, apply to many different directories in your computer. That's it. Thank you very much.